What's the story, people? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the don'ts of visiting Miami, Florida. I'm going to Miami in 2 months. Oh god, 2.5 months. So I'm learning about the stuff not to do. So you guys tell me, is this right or wrong? Let's go.
Hey there, fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here on South Beach in Miami Beach. And today what we have for you are the don'ts of visiting Miami, because it doesn't matter if you're coming here for a weekend away, a bachelorette party, or you're coming through on a cruise. There's some definite do's and don'ts when you come to Miami. And my first don't for you, for anyone that comes here, is don't forget to look at your bill when you go to the restaurant. Why? Well, service charges, i.e. tipping, may already be added onto your bill. Here on South Beach, everywhere we went, 20% already added on, 21% already added on. Whether it was drinks, whether it was a bar, whether it was restaurants, whatever.
See, that's something that's going to take me hard to get used to over there. The fact that you have to tip everywhere you go. Like, I don't mind tipping you, but the fact that I know I have to tip. And I don't want to be rude. I'm like, am I tipping you enough? Like, if I go to a restaurant and I spend $50, I wouldn't mind giving you, I think between $5 to $10 should be okay. That's 10%. No, 10% is $5. 20% is $10. Yeah, 20%. I think between 5 to 10 should be okay. But then I see some people saying give $20. I'm like, I've spent $50. Why would I tip half of what I just spent? So I'm like, do I tip everywhere I go? Do I tip when I'm just having a quick takeout? I go to McDonald's. Am I tipping them? Like, why do? Oh God! But you guys are gonna see the videos. I'm gonna vlog everywhere I go, so you guys are gonna see me stressed out. That's gonna be very interesting. Over here, it's not that stressful. If I go to McDonald's, I'm not tipping. You don't tip. You don't tip at McDonald's. You don't tip if you're doing a takeaway. You don't tip Starbucks. You don't tip anything. If you're having a sit down in a restaurant, they probably put like 10%. That's the most. That's it. There's been times where if it's like anniversary, I might give the waiter, extra £20. Yeah, thank you. But then you're spending like £100, £120. I don't mind giving you £20 because you've done well for us throughout the night, that kind of stuff. But there's no way I'm spending $50 and I'm giving you $20, $25. I'm not rich. Sorry.
So make sure you're looking to see, because they'll still have a little place for you to write tips, like more tips on your bill. So you might end up tipping 40% on a bill and not realize it. So do take a look. Now, it's not everywhere. Like here on South Beach, yeah, it was pretty much everywhere. But we were in downtown Miami, we ate this great Peruvian restaurant. Didn't have the service charge already on there, so we needed to write it in. So just have a heads up with that, okay? And I think another important thing, when you're looking at service here in Miami, don't expect great service when you're here. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had multiple people come up to me. Actually, I bumped into 2 of my old students, Maggie, who's getting married, and Tiffany, and they're like, Mark, please make sure you mention how bad the service is here in Miami. You're gonna have to wait, it's gonna take time, and people aren't gonna really care if you're happy or not with your service. Now, it's not like that everywhere. I mean, it happens a lot.
I thought you guys always talk about how good customer service is in America. You guys say people survive on tips, so they're always very nice. So I'm going to get bad service. Okay. Good to know.
On South Beach, but it doesn't happen everywhere in Miami. But just know that service is not going to be like wowing you when you're here. And maybe part of that is because they already know that 20% service charge is already charged on. But just something to have a heads up on. So have some more patience with your waiter. Know that it might take a little bit longer to get your food, longer to get your drink. Because, it's Miami, man. What else are you going to do? We're here for the beach. We're here for the sun. We're here to relax. So just have a heads up for that. And I guess since I'm here on South Beach, I think I should really talk about some of the other, like, kind of going out don'ts you want to make sure you don't do. One, don't do the bottle service. Whether you're going to a cabana thing or you're going to a bar or a club, you will save a lot more money if you just order drink by drink versus the bottle service. Also, another thing they'll do is you'll go to a South Beach restaurant or bar and you'll order a beer. Like, oh, well, they're like, what size? Medium? Like, well, we've got a 2-for-1 special with the large beers, or a 3-for-1 specials with this. And you're thinking, oh, that's going to be a deal. Sure, I'll go for that. But you'll notice they don't tell you the price, okay? So my don't for you is don't do the 2-for-1s, don't do the 3-for-1s without looking at the actual price for that deal. I know my friend and I'm like, I have to see how much it's gonna cost just to like check it out, because I was ordering a medium beer and the lady's like, oh, we have a 2-for-1 large beer special. I'm like, All right, I got to see what it is. And I'm not joking, for 2 big beers, I mean, they were big beers, I'll give them that too. When the
Bro.
2-for-1 thing happened, I still paid $45 for 2 beers and a service tip and taxes added on. But what's great with those 2-for-1 deals or 3-for-1 deals, they always like to bring you the check and say, look how much you saved. This would have been $90 and you only paid $45. I'm like, for 2 beers, you got to be crazy. So don't fall for the 2-for-1 or 3-for-1. Make sure you're looking at the menu to see what the real prices are. And another thing is when people here on South Beach, I mean, this gets happening like during the evening times. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to spend all this money on alcohol. I'll just go to the CVS, the Walgreens, and go buy some alcohol in the evening and we'll just drink and do that. Oh, no. My don't for that is don't expect to be able to buy alcohol, at least here on South Beach, after 8 o'clock at night. They want you spending that money in the restaurants, in the bars, and so it's not open. I mean, there's a CVS.
Actually, for me, that's no problem. I don't drink at all. I've never drank in my life. And my best mate, he doesn't drink anymore. So we not see. Actually, that's perfect for us. We don't drink. So it's more like the pop. You guys call it pop, don't you? The Coca-Cola, the Fanta. I got sweet tooth. I'm gonna be trying all the sweet spots. I've all the soul food. That's my stuff. Not the drink. I don't drink at all. So yes, we're gonna save money.
Right over there that I've been multiple times, and I have multiple people ask me, hey, where's the alcohol, man? I'm like, look, they don't have alcohol at that CVS on South Beach. If you walk down there and take a right, there's a Walgreens that has an alcohol annex, but it has to be separated. So just be ready for that. So pick up your booze if you want to do that and save some money. Pick that up before 8 o'clock at night. Now, my next stone for you is something that I'm sure everybody that's from Miami really wants to make sure I say, and that is, look, don't think that South Beach is actually in Miami. I'm actually in Miami Beach. South Beach is Miami Beach. You go over this causeway from Miami to Miami Beach to get to South Beach. So don't think that South Beach is actually technically in Miami. I mean, it's in the Miami metropolitan area, but just have a heads up for that. And also, I think it's important to say is, don't think that Miami is just South Beach. Look, this city has a lot of different areas for you to go explore. I mean, yes, you can go to Little Havana, which I'll talk about later, and with Cayocho, and you can go to the cigar factories, the cigar shops, and you go eat some great food and drink and make merry when you're there. But the thing is, it's more than that. I mean, you can go to Coral Gables and see the nice shopping that's there. There's some good eating there. You got the Key Biscayne. I mean, heck, you could get a car and go out to the Everglades and do a tour out there. I mean, there's a lot of things to do here in Miami.
I want to do that.
That's not just South Beach. And
yeah, I want to go to the Everglades where you can see the crocodiles, the snakes. You guys have so many snakes. Obviously, I'm not going to be touching them. I'm just going to be looking at them from the boat. Yeah, I'd love to do that. And also, can you guys recommend, where would you recommend to stay in Miami? I've heard of downtown, South Beach, Miami Beach, and there's meant to be like a posh area. What's it called? It's not downtown. Oh, what's it called? Where the new apartments are built. Where there's luxury clothing shop. I just want the safest place to stay. Please recommend, what area would you recommend to stay visiting for like 3-4 days? Because then we're going to Louisiana. We're driving for 12 hours to Louisiana. Fingers crossed. It's gonna be driving from here through. Are we gonna go through Georgia? Probably not. Probably gonna go from Miami past Montgomery a little bit, Mississippi, and then I don't know. Let's go.
And the thing is I think it's really important also to mention that don't think Miami is just a crazy party, heathen kind of place 24/7. It's not. I mean, it's pretty chillax here in the morning on South Beach. Yes, this part of South Beach on Ocean Drive gets crazy at night, but mostly on the weekend. During the weekdays, out of tourist season, it's pretty chill here. And if you actually go south of 5th Street, and you go down there's like really chillax restaurants. Like, it is night and day, this part of Ocean Drive versus going south of 5th. And you go throughout the city and you see that, look, Miami's a real city. It's not just a tourist destination. You go to downtown Miami, I mean, you got really cool museums. You got the Frost Science Museum. You got the Perez Art Museum of Miami and Dade County. You have like good stuff to see down there. You go to the planetarium with the Frost. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do downtown. Or you can go to, Brickell, and you can go down there and have a good time.
Brickell, that's the place. Brickell. I bet it's meant to be like this nice, amazing place. Should I stay in Brickell? It's gonna be a bit more expensive, but it's meant to be safe. How expensive? If it's not costing me more than $150, $160 a night, that's not bad, because 2 of us, so we can share that. The most we pay probably like $200 a night. As long as it's safe. I just want safety.
hit some bars up there. It's not all like party, party, party. It's real people having real life doing real things. And you'll see that when you explore, especially outside of South Beach. So don't just stay in South Beach, go out and explore more. Now, when you're looking at times to come to Miami, I want to say right now, don't come in July and August. The heat, humidity, it's just, it's Florida. Okay, you got the Everglades not too far away. I mean, it's just like, I'm melting. You will feel that way in July and August. I mean, and then you have hurricane season, which is, you know, kind of like July through October, early November, somewhere around there. I mean, there's times you don't need to come if you don't have to, if you can plan your trip. I would say December through May is fantastic because you got great weather. Restaurants are still going.
I'm coming in January. Perfect timing.
There's still stuff happening, so that would be my preferred time to come because I'm more built for a you're going to die when it's 105 degrees outside kind of guy. So have a heads up for that. Now, another don't I have for you, and this is my friend Adrian, who's actually from here. Is like, Mark, please tell people, don't drive in Miami if you don't have to, because the driving totally sucks, and finding parking is not really a fun thing. And when you're going around, you'll see there's tourists that are here, there's locals that are going to work, there's traffic jams all the time. It gets.
I've already booked through Enterprise. Got a good deal. Let me know, should we not drive in Miami at all? Fuck. Damn.
Really kind of frustrating. So if you can use Uber and Lyft all over town. It's super simple to do, and they're relatively quick in getting you no matter where you are in the city, which I thought was wonderful. Another thing that really gets you with the driving is you actually see people that'll come here and they'll rent a Ferrari or a muscle car, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm cool, and they'll rev it and drive it, and you know, sometimes they know how to drive it, so it makes it a little more complicated. So just don't drive if you don't have to. And the thing is, if you're driving into Miami, another don't I have for you is don't think that valet parking is going to put your car in someplace super special, because a lot of times what it is they're just going to go park your car in one of the normal garages. Okay, so it's not like you're going to the super secret valet garage. It's probably just a municipal garage, and they're just going to triple charge you for the privilege of them parking for you. Now, I'm not going to
see, that's something I've never experienced. So valet parking is pretty much you arrive at a venue and some guy or some girl get your keys, get into your car, and go park your car for you. That's a crazy concept. I've seen it in movies, but I just never thought it actually exists in real life. Have you guys ever done the whole valet thing? I've never done it. We don't do it. It's not. I've never seen it in the UK. Never. Like I want to park my car myself. Just giving someone the keys to go into my car, park my car up, just seems. And when I'm ready to go, I have to wait for you to go get a car as well. Why? Why can't you just go park and go? Just long.
Say don't do the valet parking because it can save some headaches, but just have a heads up for that. And I think that gets me into another one. Don't forget your usual travel safety when you're here in Miami. You don't leave anything of value in your car. You don't leave your stuff unattended when you're on the beach, because things do disappear. Also, if you're going to be going out at night, don't think, oh, I'm just going to walk those 20 blocks or whatever to get in there. It'll be fine. Take the Ubers, take the Lyfts, take the taxis so you are safe. And obviously another don't when it comes to safety is don't forget your sunblock and sun protection all year round. It's not just when you're going to South Beach and hitting the beaches. If you're walking around Little Havana for a few hours having drinks and eats and loving life, well, you're still going to get burned. So make sure you're putting lots of sunblock on, reapply it often, have a hat. You want to be safe when you're here, because the heat and the humidity can really get you, but it's truly the sun that can be really dangerous when you come here. Now, speaking of Little Havana, my next don't for you is don't skip out on Cuban culture when you are here in Miami. I mean, there's so many fantastic Cuban restaurants that you can go to. Yes, you have a Cuban Santa's if you go to Versailles, and you have, it's ham, it's cheese, it's mustard, it's got pickle, it's got pulled pork, it's on Cuban bread. It's fantastic. That's a must. But there's a lot of other great Cuban food when you're here. Anytime you get the croquettes is always fine, but my favorite is the lechon asado, which is roasted pork. Oh my God, it is phenomenal. Another great thing I love is vaca frita, which is like really, really thinly cut steak. It means cow fried. I mean, it's so good. And if you get tostones or just plain old plantains, I mean, there's just so much good Cuban food when you're here.
Look at the plantain. I love some plantain. That plantain looks nice.
So don't pass it up. You can get Cuban food all over the city. I mean, yes, you can get it here in South Beach. It'll be overpriced, but it'll still be good. but you can get it all over. But I suggest, you know, going to Little Havana and have it there. And when you go to Little Havana, walk down the street, you know, Calle Ocho, you know, go through there. You see their little walk of fame that's there. You see all these little, you know, the guys playing dominoes like you see on TV. I mean, it's like, hey, wow, this is just like what I saw on TV all the time with Miami. And when you go there, restaurants, bars, you go to the Bay of Pigs Memorial that's there. I recommend reading all the plaques that are there to truly get a better understanding of the community. They have all kinds of little, you know, places that'll help you learn more about the community. Go visit some of the cigar factories, the cigar stores that are, even if you don't smoke cigars. I mean, I don't, but I enjoyed going to it because I got to learn something. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can enjoy with Cuban culture when you're here. Having said all this great Cuban stuff you can do when you're here, another don't I have for you is don't think it's just Cuban culture when you're in Miami. You have a large Haitian population that's come here. You have a large Puerto Rican population that's come here. So there's a lot of different stuff you can have. Yes, you can have mofongos when you're here. You can have some fantastic Haitian food when you're here. Heck, I had some of the best Thai food I've had in my entire life here in Miami in Coral Gables. I mean, vegan food. I was at, was it Full Bloom Vegan? I mean, Chris, the chef there, is fantastic. Just blew my mind. So you can eat really well, and so you can eat really well, and don't think it's just Cuban food, and it's just great food from all over. Now, my next don't for you when you're coming to Miami is don't worry about fitting in Miami. Miami is made for everybody. You've got the Golden Girls retirees. You've got the, you know, bachelorette party people. You got the fat, overweight, middle-aged guys are just coming here to eat and drink and have a good time. I mean, it takes everybody here in Miami, and you can really relax when you're here. That's what's cool about it. It's a big city where you can still chill out. I mean, that's one thing I do like about it here. And they're happy to take anybody that comes. So that's one of those nice things about Miami. It's really welcoming, except for the service, which sounds silly, but when you're here, you'll understand. And then I want to finish off with one that for a lot of cities around the US, this isn't really a big helpful thing, but don't forget that Miami actually has a lot of public transport that you can actually use. Yes, there's the above ground trains you can take around to different parts, but if you're in different neighborhoods, you'll see these trolley buses that you can ride on and just go around the neighborhood. And a lot of times the public transportation is free. So it's like, hey, I can pay for some stuff, or I can do free and I can explore a bit. Because if you're here in the summer and the heat's beating down on you, why not hop on that trolley in Coral Gables and go a little bit farther and save yourself a few sweaty armpits, and so you can enjoy a few more mojitos and a few more fantastic food choices when you are here. All right, so whether you're coming here for a cruise, or you're coming here for fun, or coming here for work, I hope this helps you know some of the do's and don'ts of visiting Miami. So I wish you all the best, and I'll say bye from here on South Beach.
Thank you very much, Walter. That was actually lovely. I can't wait to go now. The only thing I'm a bit down is the service. I want good service. You know, I'm the kind of person, I'm very, very, you know, I'm very jolly, I'm very happy. I don't want something that's gonna, you know, bring me down when I'm there. But I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I'm literally putting a list of where to go. On my top places, I want to visit. There's a plantation in Miami I have to go to. I want to go to the Everglades as well. So there's a few things. Maybe I have to go to Havana as well. Havana, Unana. Okay, that's where that song came from. Interesting. You guys want to see more stuff like this? Please, you know what to do. I can't wait to come visit. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.